YouTube? This is Son of Liberty. Real quickly, I was actually out here about to clean the air filter in my truck, and I decided to do a quick update from my phone on a recent video called Prepping Your Truck Part 2. There was a few things that I'd actually forgot to mention from the last video, and some things that I've changed or added. So I figured I would do a quick update real quick for you guys. So one of the things that I did forget to mention is maps. These are completely critical. This one here that we're looking at, of course, is grid fashion. Huge fan of the grids, especially if you're trying to find a specific location or even your specific location, especially if you're traveling you know, in an area that you're really unfamiliar with. But anyway, this is a detailed list of back roads in my region. So this one's really handy. And you know, let's say for example you're in a situation where you have to evacuate due to a natural disaster. You know, this can come in very handy if you are trying to you know, put as much distance between you and the disaster. Even if you are trying to get around a traffic an accident, and so you're just trying to make your commute on your way home a lot better. So these can come in handy not only in a natural disaster but just everyday life as well. So keep that in the truck. Another thing that I keep with me is a detailed Tennessee state map. This one, of course, you can see there it's got campgrounds, places to explore. I do like the GPS grids, and I'll show just like the last one that I just showed you. You can see the grids there. So if you are looking for a specific area, you can go back here to the index, and it will actually tell you what the grid placement is as well and what page it's on. So it makes it very easy if you're trying to find a specific location. So anyway, these are very handy, and I'm actually looking to pick one up that's going to cover more states in my local area. So another thing that I forgot to mention is I always keep this in the truck. This is just a simple hygiene kit. Now this is separate from what I keep in my bug out bag. This is really just if I end up you know, for whatever reason get delayed at somebody's house. Maybe I'm going to go see my grandmother and I stay the night there. Maybe I'm just, you know, she's not feeling well and I'm going to stay with her to make sure she's all right. You know, I've got a hygiene kit there that I can keep with me. Actually, I'll probably use this more traveling than anything because I've got some toilet paper that I can use as well. Keep a couple extra packets of Surefire batteries. I don't have to tell you the uses for these. But anyway, I always try to make sure I keep an extra couple sets on me. I've got a road flare. This one's not a parachute flare. This is one that I picked up at a gun store, or excuse me, at a gun show. This is really advantageous, especially at night. Maybe you've broken down on a blind corner or a blind curve. You can warn motorists that something's amiss, you know, around the next bend. So this could actually save your life potentially. So anyway, always make sure to keep this in the truck as well. I have got a fuse puller, and of course some additional fuses, and I've got actually a lot more in another container that I keep with me, but just wanted to show you some of that. And then I keep a repeater directory here of my local area for Virginia, Tennessee, and North Carolina. So if I'm traveling and because I don't know all the repeater you know, numbers, I can just scan through this based on my location and go to those repeaters and tune in manually on my ham radio there. I also keep this. This is an emergency response guidebook. It's an older one, but it comes in very handy. This will give you a detailed listing of placards that you see on trucks or even on train cars as you're traveling. It will give you how to respond if there is a medical emergency. It'll give you what do you do and how far you need to be away from it if it's a small spill, a large spill, where you need to go and how far, and how do you respond if it's on fire. So just a lot of detailed information. I keep this because I'm an emergency responder as part of my my local hospital. So anyway, this is just a little handy book that I keep with me as well. So let's take a look at some of the other things. Alright guys, so one of the things that I kind of touched on the last video but didn't really go into detail was how I transport fuel while I travel. So what I've got here is two 5-gallon military jugs. I've actually got an option to carry 20 to 25 gallons while I travel. And here's what I do to prevent these from getting stolen when I'm away from my vehicle, from getting something to eat or whatnot. I've got a steel cable that goes from here, from this tie down point, all the way to the other side, and then I've actually got a padlock there as well as here. All right. Now, this cable is not enough to stabilize the jugs while I travel or driving. So what I've got is just some tie-down straps to prevent those from tipping while I drive. Now, I always make sure to carry a jug with me, a funnel. And of course, this is the siphon hose that I mentioned in my previous video. So it's a lot harder to hold that into place while pouring that at the same time, especially when it's full. So another option that I've decided to go with is to take this siphon hose. What I can do is I can relocate my fuel to the corner there, take that siphon hose, and basically just get the fuel started and run it straight into my tank here. So makes it a lot easier to refuel. All right, guys, you may not be able to see the fuel, but you can hear it. Again, this is one that you buy from, an outdoor store in the boating section, and it's got a ball inside. And what that does is once you get so much fuel inside the hose, the ball doesn't allow the fuel to go back down inside. And so once it gets enough pressure behind it, it'll just keep going. So I never had to actually use suction to actually get it going. And it's just chugging away. So anyway, just a really quick and easy way to refuel your truck or vehicle while you're out on the road. Another upgrade that I've made is to my medical bag. Now this one's a very large one. This will give me an option to respond to multiple people. It's very thin though, so it's easier for me to hide inside the truck. I will be doing a review of this bag. For right now, I'm just waiting on a few more things to come in, and I'll be able to do that review. So this will eventually happen. This is a bag from TSSI. You can actually find them on eBay. They're not cheap, but they're a great bag. This is a great option for me, especially when I'm working the range and it's really busy. I'll take this out and put it on the back of the truck. But one of the reasons I carry a lot more stuff is just how many accidents I just end up being a first responder on. The last accident I just happened to come up on was a family of four, and they were hit by a semi truck. So they were all very badly injured, and thankfully they all did survive. So anyway, again, I'll be doing a full review of that one as well. All right, so a few of the other additional preps that I've made or added is this tourniquet holder. It's just Kydex that's held together here by shock cordage. It's a really nice design, good quality. It's got a quick clip here so you can easily remove it. I can put this on my belt while I'm working at the range. I tried to find the guy's information, but was unsuccessful. It was a guy on Facebook that was actually making them. But anyway, it just gives me a quick tourniquet, or quick access to a tourniquet if I needed it. You'll see here that I've added, this is a 511 pin, very lightweight. I think it's 70 or 90 lumens. Not super bright, but just definitely gives me enough light for what I'm looking for. And this is a great option, especially if I'm wearing, slacks for church, something like that, versus me carrying my Surefire light. Excuse me, because the Surefire light's a lot more bulkier. So anyway, here I've got a Smith & Wesson tactical pen. And this is a great force multiplier. If I'm in an area where I'm not allowed to carry a firearm, I can grab this. And I've actually flown with this several times. Now these are actually quite expensive. I think they're $30, but they're really heavy duty, and they'll, you could probably even use them as a window punch, possibly. But anyway, you just take that back off right there and you've got a pen. So anyway, it works really good. I've also keep a EpiPen here close by because of bee allergies, so that's always within arm's reach. One of the coolest things that I've added here lately is this dash cam. This is from a company called YI, and you can see there how I've got the line, or the cable ran up inside of the material right there, so that way it's out of the way. But anyway, this is a really nice, very well built, $50. Records over its own recordings after so long. But anyway, I will make sure to post a link to a friend of mine's review of this. Harleywood done a great review of it. And just to kind of give you an idea of the quality that you can actually get with this for a $50 camera, I'm going to roll in a quick, like a 60-second video clip here at the end of this video just to show you. And it's not even, keep this in mind, it's not even in 1080p. It's at its lowest setting that I downloaded it in. So anyway, just keep that in mind. And lastly, this is a light. It's kind of like a work light that I keep. I've got it attached here to the handle there, the lever that I use to adjust my seat. It's got 2 magnets on it, and basically that just mounts right there. And for the most part it will stay. Sometimes it does come loose, but anyway, I grabbed this thing, and it's great for if I'm needing light. If I need to do something here under the hood, I can just mount that right there. It's got 2 different light settings, so it's got high and low. There's the low. It looks like it's strobing, but it's just the way that the camera picks up the light. Anyway, it's a great option. It's got a flat bottom, so if you've got a flat surface, maybe on the ground you're working, maybe you've got to change a tire at night, you need some additional light, you've got this as an option. It also has a hook up here at top, so even if you're maybe underneath your vehicle, and maybe you just need to hang the light, that'll actually come out a little bit more. But anyway, I'll just demonstrate for you here, and then you can hang that there. So anyway, it's just a great option. I figured that this could come in handy every single day, so I just grabbed it and threw it in my truck. I want to think that I picked it up at Walmart for around $25. So anyway, guys, I hope that some of this was beneficial and helpful to you in this video. If you have any questions or comments, just leave those down below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. And as always, until the next video, take care, be safe.